Good morning. So, I want to talk this morning about embarrassment. I have been thinking about it for an hour or so, laying in bed, didn't want to get up, and was thinking about embarrassment and what it meant to me. Obviously, you can see one, I'm obese. It's not fun, it's embarrassing. I can't do a lot. It hurts when I move around, that sort of thing. That's embarrassing. I have no eyebrows. That's embarrassing. I mean, they're there. You just can't see them. That's embarrassing. Many, many things. Um, but I've had this thing for years where I don't like embarrassment. I don't like being embarrassed, feeling ashamed, guilty, any of that. I don't think it really has much of a place in how we should feel about ourselves. And I know that from experience, embarrassment, guilt, shame, these things make us lash out at other people for many reasons. Um, maybe to say, oh, this person's, I may be bad, but this person's worse than I am, or something. It's not a healthy way to be. But we all struggle with embarrassment. I think a lot of people are better than others. A good friend of mine, God rest her, used to say that, about other people, how they thought about her, that she's like, well, they don't pay my rent, and that was a great, great attitude, just to say, well, what does it matter? A couple of examples come to mind recently where I've had problems. Um, One was I went to the shop. I was in my hair was worse than it's looking at the moment. I was in my bodgy old winter coat, which, really isn't that old, but it is covered in dog hair that you just can't get off it. But it was cold, and I do not like to be cold. So I had that on. I was nipping up to the corner store as you do, and I saw someone I hadn't seen in a long time, and felt horrible. I'm like, not only am I fat and without makeup or, eyebrows, but I'm wearing this old coat. It just, and trackies, I think. And it just, yeah. And I'm like, I thought about it later and I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this person in a very long time. Um, they probably don't care. And if they did, would it matter? If they went, oh, you should have seen what Beck was wearing down the shop. No, it shouldn't matter. I mean, what mattered was that I felt bad leaving the house like that. Well, I didn't necessarily. I mean, my mum would have killed me. Um, but just, yeah, I went home and felt bad because this person I hadn't seen in years, may have been embarrassed, by me or something. And I doubt it. She said hello to me, and, it took me a second to recognise her, all this sort of thing. So, she could have just left that. Another one was a young man I know was working on the block of units I live at, government housing, lovely. And I wanted to go say hello, but I was embarrassed. I didn't want to embarrass him in front of his boss or something like, oh, you're friends with the, old lady that lives in that unit over there, Do you know this is government housing? This sort of thing. And I just, it was just, I was having a bad day that day and just everything seemed to affect me. But it's things like, at the moment my house is disgusting. I don't want people to come into my house. It's nasty, but I haven't been able to do stuff because of the being obese and the pain and everything. That's why I'm starting the carnivore diet today, get that inflammation off my joints. But I was really, really thinking about this morning in bed, just all about embarrassment and what it means. And I don't like it. I don't think we should feel, embarrassed or ashamed or guilty about things. I think, I, I'm going to say this phrase and I hate it, but, let it go. Just try and work through it. I know it's probably a bit, zipping around a bit, this post, but, and I'll probably talk about it again, definitely talk about it again. But I just went, that if I say this, maybe I can, clear myself before I head into town and I won't have any of those reactions like, what I'm wearing or what my hair looks like when I get out of the car, which unfortunately is occasionally like some world leaders I won't mention, it gets a bit fuzzy around there, you know. And all these people I don't know, who cares what they think of my hair? And the thing is, they probably don't even think of it. You know, here I am wandering around, or that person's looking at me, this person's looking at me, you know, all the, you know, ashamed paranoia stuff. The thing is, they're probably not. And if they were, who cares? Um, and it's just about, I think, freeing yourself from that stuff can, you know, can feel freeing. It's like when you have a baby, when you're in labour, everybody's coming to look at you and whatever, and you're so embarrassed. Especially me. What was I, 20? Oh, whore. And just, yeah, so many people, nurses, doctors, coming to have a look, check and see what's happening down there, you know. And it's constant, and so many different people, and you're just like so embarrassed every time. Then it gets to a point in labour where there's pain and stuff, and you no longer care. Just anybody can. Yeah, come on, have a look. Oh, you need, you know, 10 more doctors, nurses to have a look down there, see what's happening. Go for it. You just don't care. And I think life should be like that, you know, end stage of labour where you don't care. You know, nobody's opinion of you matters but your opinion. You can value people's opinions, but don't live your life by what they think of you, because it's going to be hard. You know, I mean, you're going to have some people, hopefully, like mine, lovely family, lovely friends, who think the world of me. Well, at least that's what they tell me. You know, and if they think something else, don't tell me. Um, but they do think the world of me, and that's wonderful. And yes, I value those opinions. But were they to think differently of me, you know, it would impact me, but I think you've just got to go, no. Oh, and I think this is part one because I've got to go. I forgot. And then I'll do another one later. Bye.